good afternoon, my factory workers. It is Senior Honcho again with another server playthrough episode. We are on the Plowboy server, checking out some of the new rail systems. We now have our mainline loop all through the world, and I was going through and doing some signaling, but that's not what we're doing today. And now we have cluster, obelisk, factory, so we always have some of those to blow things up with. So we got fun things to do there. The thing that we're going to work on today is going to be our cooling system factory, which we're going to do. Oh, not right here. So we did set up a computer factory. I don't remember if I streamed that or not. I think I just did that in between playing out here. We needed more computers. Speaking of which, I need to grab some. I don't think I'm dumping these to the depot. I probably should. As a build part, looks like we're stalled out anyways. And, oh, it's a big factory. Where am I putting them? Manufacturers, outputs. Oh, crystal oscillators. Because I'm doing crystal oscillator computers. Those are out. These are ins, aren't they? No, those are all crystal oscillators. Over here, this is where we got our computers coming out. Right. Sha. Right, sha. Look at that. We got plenty. You know what we should do? Let's use one of our spheres. And we'll just start dumping those into our... Make sure I got the right one. Blink. There we go. Now we'll always have computers on hand. Excellent. Right. Now, we're heading over to the aluminum factory. I love this section of the rail that we did. It runs along the cliffs along the edge of the swamp here. There's some mean mamma jammas out here along this cliff. So flying this way isn't exactly the safest route to go, but it's not bad. We can fly right by. But this along the waterfall here, it's just amazing. And this will actually be where we end up putting our nuclear plants once we go nuclear. Because underneath the falls there is a uranium node. I believe it, yeah, SAM nodes up top, uranium down below. So we'll be able to get everything we need to start up our nuclear plant there. It's one of the locations I haven't done nuclear before, so that will be interesting. So here we are at the aluminum factory, and the reason why I wanted to start the build here is because, one, we're making our alclad sheets. So if we just take a look at our recipe for the cooling system, right? So the cooling system, it's going to take 4 components. It's going to take rubber, water, nitrogen gas in heat sinks. And heat sinks, you can see, take alclad sheets and copper sheeting. And because of those two things, we can build a small factory near here and just belt both of those over, because we're already bringing copper here, and we're maxed out on the copper here. I think I'm pulling this off of a pure node, so we're not using all of our copper. We can pull some of that off to make some copper sheeting, and we have the alclad sheets already going into the train station, so we can just steal off of that a little bit. It'll be a little bit slow because our aluminum production isn't huge, and we're running these sheets out. The other thing we could do, if we didn't want to build here, direct like that, we could just find another copper node and build a new factory, and then train in both things, which might be better. We might actually get better flow through our system that way. Now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, so I'm rethinking my plan here. I do think we're going to find a copper node. So let's find, where's our closest copper node to here? Because I think this is what I ended up doing in the desert when I did this too. There's a 390 right there that's not claimed. Let's go out and see. I think I know right where this is. And there's water right here that we can tap into if we want. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. That's Caterium. There's a copper node right there. So we've got, yeah, this is this build area that's got all these resources. The only thing we're not gonna have, we got copper. Don't have the rubber. We're making lots of rubber though. So rubber and sheets are both available. Actually, 3 out of the 4 parts. Hang on, let me think about this. Actually, you know what? I know where I want to make this. Change my mind again. Out here, packaged nitrogen is out this way. So we're gonna go head out this way. We're gonna have to run, but it'll be worth it. Because this, I think, is where I want to go. Oh, we're running uphill though. That sucks. If we build it near the nitrogen, we can train in the copper sheets, the rubber, the aluminum, and I believe we'll have water close by. There's the nitrogen. Yep. So we'll have power here. Oh, we got a bad boy too. Alright. I'm gonna get away from him because he's gonna throw rocks at us. So we got, yeah, we got lots of room to build here too. So this might work out really good. Now the only problem that we have is going to be rail access. We might have to create a little bit of a spur out here to get out here. Because I gotta get some elevation to see where we're at. Train wise. I don't even see the rail from where we're sitting. Get some height. Where the heck's our train? Is that our train? That is not our train. What is that? I haven't been over here to see what they've been building. Alright. Come on, give me some power. Oh, there's our rail. Right there. Oh. And there's our station right there. So we could... That's not too bad. we could build that factory like right here. This is a gas, so we could pump it up from there easily. We're easily overproducing what we're using right now. Um, Pump that nitrogen gas up here for the cooling system, and then we can just deliver the other parts. Ooh, yeah, that might work. One of the other things I did too is we were a bit confused about what was going into our different stations. So now I rename the stations with what they have available and in which car. So this one has rubber, and the first one plastic, fabric, and sheet. So our car number one will have our rubber, and then Alclad will come in on that same number one car. And then what was the other part we needed? Alclad. Oh, the copper sheeting. Copper sheeting. Sheet. That'll be the fourth car. So we're going to need a 4-car train to bring in those parts, so that we can make a cooling system. Well, if we do heat sinks on one, yeah, we might as well use one train. It'll be easier. We'll just feed both factories from one train. So let's go out here, and now that we know our direction, we can kind of figure out where we're going to build. Well, actually, I don't need to come out that far, do I? I could just create a pipeline from there. Where to build? That's the question. We come in on the left, go this way. We're going on the left. We're going to need to cross under. So I do want to come... Oh, I don't like driving through a station, though. That's the only thing. It irritates me. I don't like... Where... Where's our closest roundabout? I think it's down here. You know what? Maybe I just make a pipeline out to where I want to build for the nitrogen. We're not that far away. We've got the materials. That's the beauty about having a good wear. Well, it's a problem and a curse, right? So the cool thing about it is we can build anywhere, because we have a good warehouse system. The curse part is you can build anywhere, and finding a spot to build is kind of becomes the issue, because there's so many different things you could do. We could build here off of this water. I could put it off on this side, but again, I don't have a roundabout close by. I want to be on the other side of the roundabout. I don't know why I'm making such a big deal about this, but I am. Because I am. Because I don't like the fact that we have to go all the way down to the Ulm station, drive through 2 stations to get turned around. Now, I could, I could fix that, put another roundabout somewhere. There's that option too. It's like, if you know, you know, right? Could build out in the crater. That'd be interesting. Let's see. Where did I put it? Oh, just over the bridge. That's right. I've got the land bridge here. Oh, we got a drone waiting to unload. I wonder how long he's been sitting there. Let's check and make sure he's unloading, because these shouldn't take that long. I bet you he's out of fuel. I bet you he's out of fuel. Not enough fuel. Here, have some fuel. There you go. There you go, buddy. I can get more fuel out of here. Fuel. Boink. Just like that. And we good. Because he's going to need to refuel too. Man, we took a lot of fuel. And then the other one should land. See, this is the only thing I don't like about drones in trucks, tractors, is the constant refueling. That's what I love about trains is they run on electric. Because it's not like you can, I mean, you could create a train network to deliver fuel to each docking station, but that's kind of pointless. And unless you build all of your drone ports next to fuel depots, you're constantly running out of fuel. I'm not a fan of the drones, or the trucks or the tractors. I do like trucks and tractors if you power them with coal, because then they become like coal trucks. So those work out good. Anyway, we could come off this way and build this way. We haven't built over here. I see a power line up here. Somebody came up here for something. Probably a sphere or power slug or something. I like the view up here. We could build our factory up high. And the other thing I was thinking too was going out this way towards the open spot of the field area. I printed myself out a map of all the biome names, so now I know that this area that we're in right now is the southern forest. So if you look on the map, we're down here. This area is the southern forest. So up there is the northern end of the grass fields. Right here. This is all grass fields in here. Where we started from is the grass field starting area. Here, where this little stream is, that's a cave entrance that comes out and spits us out, I think, right around where the explorer's sitting. Somewhere out here. Somewhere. Or maybe it's further up. I think it's further up. It might be way up here. But there's a long cave system that cuts through all the high elevations and spits us out on the other side. Which, it's dangerous to travel, but it's fun to put a train through. Eastern Dune Forest. That is, yeah, that's in between. Okay. Oh, that's, yeah, and then the Titan Forest is that one with all the big trees. That's one of the most dangerous areas in the map. But I think that's where that tunnel comes out is here in that. I think it's actually just west, or at the no, it's at the base of the Titan Forest. So the Titan Forest is this area here, and I believe that cave spits out somewhere in this area here. You know what? Let's go do some exploring before we start this factory. Because no, I don't want to fly all the way back up to the aluminum factory. Scrap that. All right, let's do some land clearing. Let's see what we can blow up and what we can't. I don't think we can blow these up. Oh, we can! Oh, I didn't know that. Excellent. Rock on. I thought those were permanent. So we can make, yeah, let's build our factory up here, just because we can. That's why I like these cluster ones. They are great for clearing land, because they spread out. and clear a whole bunch. So, oh, don't mind if I do. What do we get here? Some shatter bar. Okay, weird. Somebody must have dropped that. And some hatcher. And some hatcher. Oh, hello, sweetheart. Say goodnight, Gracie. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're not playing that game. Yeah, I know, you're gonna take more than one. Oh, you jerk. Suck on that. Well, let's see if we can blow him off the cliff. Oh no. No, nah, we just killed him. Alright. Fine. Fine. That's the last time you're probably going to spawn there because we're going to build here. Let's just make sure that we're going to throw one over here and get rid of his shade tree. That. And one more. Let's clear the whole top off because we are going to need quite a bit of space. Actually, not really, now that I'm thinking about it. Got... Because we're not making the other parts. So all I need is the one assembler factory. Ooh. Guess we had one little spur float over the edge. Alright, so... There I go with my sows again. What we want to do is... We're going to go ahead and create our base. I think I want... Let's just start building. We'll figure it out. I'm just going to play with it and go. But at least my hand, I can kind of figure this out. Too much stuff hanging out here. Okay. So if I do an assembler here, I don't want... Where do we want to drop our parts off at? That's the question. Yeah, that is a good question. Do I want the train to come up this way? Let me see what's under there. Oh, I think I killed a spider. I at least knocked him into the water. Is he dead? Not dead. But he's glitched under the water. That's pretty funny. Oh. Yeah. Alright, hang on. Sorry. Oh, he still got me. So, where is our... Oh. Where'd our spider friend go? Guess he despawned because he couldn't do anything in the water. Who is attacking? Who don't like me? Oh. It said something was attacking me. I don't see anything though. Let's blow this up. Say goodnight, Gracie. Holy, that is so awesome. Alright. So that opened that up for us. There's a cool little cave here. Does that go up to the other side? Is that what was trying to attack us? This little doofus here? Chuck kaboom. Good night. Man. Oh, there he is. I guess I didn't kill him with that blast. Run, Forrest, run. Oh, I got him. I guess I was a better shot than I thought. Okay, so we've got a cave, a little cave there we could go under and come up here. And the road kind of comes through here. Oh, but we want to build over here. Well, we would have to loop around. Here. I think we'll put a station down here. Why not? Doesn't really matter. I mean, we can build conveyors and stuff anywhere we want. And we've got materials just floating in. Let's just get it built. I'm worried. I can always change it later. Let's... Assembler. Let's see. But I do want... Alright, my double input is there. Yeah, I do want that on that side. I think I do like that. I think what I'm going to do is line this up on my plates like that. I think I'm going to change my blueprint design that I've been using too. Oh, that was dumb. I meant to hit the other button. Darn it. Uh-oh. Whoa, 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 wow. What happened to my flight? Don't like that. Alright. We'll fix that momentarily. Once we get this back in. Okay. That's our input over there. The way we want it. Line this up. The way we want it. Lock it in, double check. We're all lined up. Gosh darn it. Yeah, that looks good. Put it in. Okay, there we go. Factory's built. Now we gotta power it. Let's throw a wall socket to the other side. And that's power line. I want the wall socket. Thank you. Put our wall socket over here. Throw some power on it. This is going to be... Oh... heatsink. Thank you. And we're just going to cut and paste that here, here, and here. Here. We need power. Come on, power. Hello. Is the deal. I can't really... Can I? Oh, I don't know what the heck was going on there. That was some kind of server lag type of thing going on. Is this powered? Oh, well, it's yellow. It must be powered. Yep, it doesn't say anything about... It's just idle, needs parts. Alright, let's update our belts on this while we're here. Oh, these are all Mach 5 belts, aren't they? No. They're not. They're gonna be. Through. Update those. And update these. So as you unlock other belts in lifts, that's what you could do. You just go over the old ones. They'll turn yellow. Click on them. now they're upgraded. It's a nice way of upgrading stuff. It's just quicker. Okay, we have everything set here. Now, we need a train station to deliver goodies to. Let's go down to our circle. And I'm going to pull this out at least 3 blocks out. And what I like to do is start by bringing this out to the end square. And that's not going to be completely square. It's very subtle, but it's not completely square, and it won't straighten out right. Oh, I lied. It straightened out. Okay, that's good. We'll go there. That's going to be close enough for government work. Do that on the other side. So I'm just hitting the mouse wheel like one click to get it to line up to the end of the plate, and then throwing it in. And that squares that up. Okay. Now, what can we do? We can go over here. We can shoot under that cave. Like that. Ooh, that is tight, isn't it? Alright, I think what we're going to do is, since I know I can reach this, I'm going to go ahead and put in some platforms. And we're going to put in big ones. Because I want to get up above ground. Like that. One more Boomba for this. Nope. Goodbye, vegetation. Hello, rail. Just like that. Bring that in. Is it not going to let me go square to that? Of course not. Why would you do that? Alright, fine. If you're not going to let me do that, I'm going to do this a different way then. Turn this a little bit. We'll come off of... We can come off a little bit higher. Like here. I think that will work. Yeah, that's more better. Do that again for the other side. Get it nice and straight. So I like, so they change kind of the way that Rails build with the 1.0, I think, or with one of the updates. I don't remember which. It used to be really hard to get a straight section build the way I'm doing it, but now it's not so bad. I like the changes they've made. So I'm gonna go up this hill, and I'm gonna make a loop around because I'm going to put my station on this side. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's... Yeah. I think I'm gonna go... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our station. And I'm probably gonna move this power tower. 1, 2, 3... 9 puts us there. That's unfortunate. Okay. I think we're gonna... Shoot. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Let's see if your love is gonna be lifted me higher. Yeah, I think it is. Alright. go with these. And I want to try and get parallel. Oh, there's the spider that I killed. Get his remains. Just like that. Let's go up. Man. Alright, hang on, let me take these out. Don't like those. And there we go. So we're gonna go here. Turn it a little. Go there. Let's see if we can make this work. Nope. Shoot, too steep. Pooh. That's not fun. Oh, Senior Hachi, you beautiful idiot. What have you done? We might have to move our factory. Poop. That's poopy. We're gonna have to get a little creative, I think, to work around this terrain. I like the fact I can see roads up here, though. I don't know why. That makes me happy. But I do want to see the roads. So... Wow, okay. We got quite a bit of space to clear if we want to see. Oh... Yuck. Yuck. Power out here. I can fly out here. What? What? Is this? Is this sulfur? Is this like a major sulfur field? Oh my gosh, it is. That's crazy. I didn't know this was here. I mean, I should have known this was here. No, we're at the edge of the crater. Hmm. 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 Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't think I like this. I'm being very wishy-washy about this plant. I think we're just gonna go easy. We're gonna go put it out in the grass field somewhere. You know what? I'm just gonna leave him here. Wait, well, I can't get materials to him. That's just kind of a waste if I leave him here. Yeah, all the stuff we upgraded got left behind. So, in order to do this bulk delete that I'm doing right now, you just hold Control down, and you can get all that stuff. Alright, so that means I don't need any of this either. So I'm going to take this out. You just got to be careful because you can accidentally delete things that you didn't mean to delete. And there's no undo, so keep that in mind. Alright, we're going to take that off of that. Okay, grass field. I do believe I am going to follow the rail. We're going to make the station first this time. And we're just going to continue building on, building on. We got lots of room out here. There's no reason not to use it. And we won't have all these purple things in our way. And here's a nice little pond for some water. We'll use that for the second piece. So we'll do cooling systems. Look at that, there's a copper node right there too. Alright, I think we found our spot. I think we're gonna go right here. Let's see, of course, you know, right next to a rock. Alright, let's see what we can do. If I plan this right, go out here 5, like that. Let me blow this up because I don't want it there. Okay. Yes, that will work just fine. Thank you very much. Then I want to go out 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. If you know your German, that's funny. Okay. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. If you think you know, but you don't know, then you're not in the know. But you don't know you don't know. That's the worst, is when you don't know you don't know. You know? Okay. That corner's clear. Love these. These are my favorite nobelisks. Just want to go across the map and just blow everything up. The coolest is when you do them up there in the bamboo forest area. Oh, because it's so dense with those things. You just, and then you get this big clearing. It's pretty awesome. Doesn't make that sound, but it's close. Yeah, I think that's gonna work because we'll be able to basically tie in up there and from down here. Cool. Let's put in a station. We're on the left-hand side, which is great. We're before the turnaround, which is great. Got a copper node, which is great. That means we only need the 1 and 4 station for this. So, 1 station, which means we don't have to sort our things either. If we make our, come on. Oh, I always forget that the blanks are not the same. Let's see, freight. What? Motors? Oh my goodness, seriously? Guys, what the heck? Well, at least we're not that far away. We'll be making another dimensional depot for motors. Thank you very much. I deserve this. I need this. I gotta work on my Trump impersonation a little bit. It's not that good. You're fired. That's definitely not even close. Okay. I know we are making motors here. What? Wait. Oh! Ha! They rebuilt the copper factory. That's right. I forgot I commissioned that work last time I was on. Iron has not been redone yet. Oh, but we do have our hypertube cannons. Forgot about that. Motors. I know we are making motors. And lots of motors. Hello, motor. Right here? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Excellent. Okay, let's make another depot for that. So we don't run out again. Okay, that was easy enough. Now we fly back. Actually, wonder. We're gonna risk it with the hover pack. So worst that could happen. Whoa! Oh, look at that. We're gonna be like right on target. Right on target. Bzzzt. Wow, that was a beautiful thing right there. I don't mind if I do. Excellent. Let's go ahead and make our train too. While we're here. Transport, transport, another train on the rail. Blink. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we don't have enough rail there. I'm gonna move you up just a smidge, sweetheart. Let's see. Oh, no power. I can't move you at all. Alright. Never mind. Never mind. We need to get you a rail. Thank you very much. No, I don't want to connect all the way back there. I want to connect... Where do I want to connect? Maybe here? Yeah, that'll work. That's cool. Alright. Then for here, we don't want to transition in on there. What I like to do to make a nice smooth transition is to flatten this out, go from the top of the ramp and bring out 1 square and go back 3 more for a total of 4. Then I start my rail here at the edge of that 4th one and bring it out and then bring it out square to the end. We get a nice little switch piece. It looks kind of cool. Looks like a railroad set switch, kinda. And then, oh, yuck! Really? Through the hill? That's what we're doing here? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. There we go. A little bit smoother transition. I did not want to clip through the hill. Alright, now we can put our last car on. And let's see. We need to paint and name them. Let's see. So this is going to make turbo motors, which are black and yellow like a bumblebee. So do we have a black and yellow? We do not. Ugh. Let's pick an ugly one that we don't want to use and modify it. This brown on brown, just screaming, change me. Go yellow on here. Yellow-ish. Yellow. What color yellow? Maybe, oh, that looks good. And then we'll just go black on this one. Shiny? No, default or matte? Let's go matte on this. Ooh, oh, yeah, yeah, that'll look good. I like that. So we'll use this one. And we'll color him, 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 and him. Cool. Easy peasy. That'll give us a nice yellow look. Yeah, that looks awesome. I love it. That's cool. That's cool. I like painting my trains. I don't, not so much the stations. I don't paint the stations or my factories, but, not yet at least. Okay. Okay. Let's name him Oh, we gotta name the station too. This is gonna be cooling system heatsink. Actually, we're just gonna call it. Yeah, no, we'll call it cooling system and heatsink. Because what we'll do is we'll use our metal tube to deliver both of those. If we can. Okay. Then we gotta rename our train. Call this train. Oops. 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 Cooling system. We'll just call it cooling system. Or we could call it CS dash heatsink HS. CSHS. That will keep them from knowing what I'm talking about. And we need to go to we're going to create our copper sheet here. So we don't need sheet, but we need rubber. And we need LCAD. And we need packaged nitrogen. Where are we getting nitrogen from? Oh, we don't have a train out there for that yet. So we're going to have to go set a train or a pipeline for that. Ugh, yuck. Okay, fine. Save changes. Alright. Let's go drive you out. We're going to live dangerously. We don't have a signal on this rail. No, actually, it's going to pause all the trains on the rail because I think there's a dead signal back there from us adding in. Seriously? We don't have any... Okay. Just gotta be careful coming through here. The roundabouts are a little bit sketch when you're driving through. Because they're meant for automation, not really to be manually driven through. I think we should be clear all the way where it wants to go. Because I don't think we've got anything going on past the aluminum station. Got lots of signals going the other direction. Well, this will work out though, because if I bring in, oops, oh, I'm gonna wreck somebody. Actually, no, I know what I'm gonna do. Because this will keep me from wrecking somebody. I'm gonna back in on this rail. Come on, no. I wanted you to switch. It's not switching it. Get wrecked, you turd. You. Of course, now you won't because I'm sitting on it. Darn it. Oh, time I'm done jacking with it. Because I can't get around now because I've got somebody behind me. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, there's our first train that's delayed from our station ad. That's fine. There's nothing really that we're like waiting on being delivered. We're not building anything important yet. That's what one of the reasons that I want to get these factories done is because we need to build stuff. We've been stuck in Tier 8 for over a week now. It's time to move on. Hell, let's just go for it. Full speed ahead. Gotta remember to brake earlier so I can get, or at least switch to the main line so that I can brake. Because I don't think anything goes through. I think I said that before when I was climbing this hill. There's no stations out past this turnaround right now. It's all new rail. Now I forgot what I was doing out here. Oh, I was going to set up a nitrogen gas station. Okay. Gotta make sure we get this as flat as possible so our train doesn't roll after we brake. Still don't think we're going to be quite flat enough. We'll see. It's full brake. We're gonna roll. Doesn't look like it. I think we're good. Alright. Now the question is, where do we bring the nitrogen to? I mean, we could just put another station here and do it here. Heck. Put it right here. That makes things easy. Oh, this is a drop-off station, though. I don't really want to do that. That's just mean. But we will bring out another station right next to it. And we will put it on the third station. Since we're not using, actually, I mean the second station. We want the second one. We're not using the second and third cars right now. So that's 1, 2, 3, and our station. Actually, we don't need, that's fine. We're good. We're good. Station. Up. Turn around. And we're gonna go spacer. And fluid. And not... Okay. I was in the way. My bad. And we're going to call this nitrogen gas. Nitrogen gas. And for rail, we're going to go... Yeah. And for this one, I'm going to come out 3. Uno, dos, tres. And then we're just going to connect it over. Like a so. That's a very nice. And we put in our 90. And then we put in our straight. And look at that. Wow. That's so cool. Put in our block signals so that everybody's happy. And not that the trains are going to run. The trains are very unhappy right now. But that gives us our in and out on the station. Yeah, that one's unhappy for some reason. What is your deal, Junior? Today, Junior. Boink, boink. Come on. What is it? R? There we go. No. Why? Thank you. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, yes, you did. Good. Why? What is your major malfunction? Why do you hate me? Alright, fine. You know what? Just be that way. I'm going to finish this pipeline, and then we'll worry about you. Alright, so pipeline. Let's work. Well, we're just going to follow this, I think, the whole way. Pretty sure that's what we want to do. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. What is that? I don't think I've ever heard that sound before. That was a little nutso. Impure coal node. Who cares? Okay. Drop down here. Figure out how. Oh my goodness. Look at all this. You think we might be a little over full? Good grief. Even close to using all that up. Alright. And then we're packaging all this, or what? What are we doing here? We're doing a whole lot of nothing. That's what we're doing here. Because we're not... I don't... Oh, okay. I don't know what we're doing. We're supposed to be doing there. But, whatever it is. It ain't doing it. Oh, look at that. I can come right off of this. This is going to be a bit ugly. But, you know, who cares? Not this guy. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's what I love about working with nitrogen gas. You just run the line where you need to. Oh, I can't quite get up there. We're going to have to do something ugly. Come on. Ugh. I literally ran nitrogen gas in one of my saves all the way from like the corner of the map So from all the way, so there's a nitrogen gas node here. I ran it from there all the way. Oh, no. Sorry, the nitrogen gas is way over here. I ran it all the way. I think I ran it through. I don't remember which way I went, but I went from here all the way over to here and had it being used over here. And I think, actually, no, all the way out to here. So, like, halfway across the map with a single pipe like this. I was just like, well, why not, right? Why the hell not? Right. Because all you need is the pipeline. Because it's gas. You don't need to worry about it sloshing around like water and pumping it up elevations and all that crap. And just let her go. Let her go. Alright. Be nice and we'll make that look decent as we fly by. Let's see. Follow the power line. Oh, there's a lot of critters down there. Wow, that's crazy. Like a zoo down there. Really? Get out of my way. Thank you. Come on. Beauty. And there you go. Too far. Taking it just a little too far there, Senior Honcho. Just a little too far. Ta-da! And now we've got gas in our nitrogen gas station, and I'm singing about it because I'm happy. And why is this not... Okay. Look at that. We're already filling up. Ba-ba-ba-da. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Excellent. Now, we need to rectify our signaling to our other station. We'll also pick up some nitrogen gas while we're here. Guys, come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. I know you're drifting. I know. I know. I know, baby. Come on. Come on. Stop long enough for me to get in. Come on. Oh, are you gonna slow roll down the whole way? No, you don't have enough juice. Let me in. Let me in. What the hell? Oh. Come on. Whoa. Whoa. Seriously. Make me wait. Fine, I'll wait. Why is it giving me that and not letting me in? Don't know why it does that. That didn't do it. It's worth a shot. And I don't... There's some weird glitchy thing, too, that makes everything red. Oh. But I can blow these up down here. Fun. Hee hee. Let's do some more. Is there still some that haven't blown up yet? Goodness gracious. How many are in there? Got it. It should be all of it. I mean, it does absolutely nothing for us, but, you know, why not? Are you still rolling forward? Yes. Are you gonna let me in? No. You suck? Yes. You tried taking a car off. What? Where'd you go? Oh, ho ho ho. Oh, sneaky. Oh, you're so sneaky. Okay, we're gonna fill up manually here, but I need to have the timetable set. So I need to edit this timetable because we're gonna go here. We're gonna get load only RL clad. We're gonna unload none. Save that, and then here. Oh, it's a different station. Huh. I didn't want to come all the way out here, and I have to come all the way out here. Gosh darn it. Alright, fine. Nitrogen. Add that. Load, add. Nitrogen. Unload done, save. Rubber. Load only. Rubber. Unload only none, save. Save changes. Go. However, it might be. Oh. Don't matter. Oops. Passed it. Why didn't it grab it? What the heck, man? What is going on? Set the load. Yes. Good. Okay. Q. Nitrogen gas. Edit table. Nitrogen gas. Load nitrogen gas. Save. Save. Yada. There it goes. I don't know what the deal was with that. Alright, well we have our nitrogen gas. That's the important piece. Ta-da! Alright, let's go find out what's going on. Now we might need to be careful because with these screwed up signals we're not going to know where the trains actually are. Gosh. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might have those stations in the wrong order. Wait, what? I'm confused. I wasn't expecting these to be working. Alright, we might have more than one broken signal. Joy. May see a train crash here. Driving with reckless abandon. Luckily the signals are still working so I can tell. Just not going to be able to stop in time if I need to. In we go. Out we go. Nope. Nope. What the heck? Neither one of them worked. I'm gonna go through this station and back around again. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, that one's going that way. This one. There we go. That time it worked. I don't know why it didn't work before. Crazy. Crazy train. All aboard! Didn't. I. This. Let's go ahead and stop here. Let's get our trains back running. Stop! Bound up. Bound up. Bound up. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head. I did it to myself. Gosh. Oh, you know what? We need our fluid station here too. Come on, go to your home. You. Ho, 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 ho. Trains are running. Okay, so this piece comes out like that. Then we'll do this, that. These need to all be set to unload. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Hop in our train. Oh, we need to do one more thing here. Need to grab one more of these. Put it on the caboose. Das ist caboose. There we go. And away we go. Alright. Alright, let's see, we want to go straight. Yep. Up and over. It's so cold here today. And we're not the coldest. It is like in the negative degrees Fahrenheit. Stop, 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 stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Again, my switch didn't switch when I wanted it to switch. And we gotta switch when we switch. Or it doesn't switch. Switch. Okay, come on. Forward now. Thank you. Switch. Thank you. Slowly now. Pass the switch. Good. Next switch. Good. Good. That's good. Oh, the name of the station's backwards. That is actually in our fourth car. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What did I do? Oh, hold on. Plastic, rubber, something, copper sheet, all in the same one. What did I... Oh, yeah. No, that's right. Rubber. Oh. I'm such an idiot. Okay. Fine. Fine. Want rubber and copper sheet from this one. Might as well. We don't need to use that other copper node. They're in different stations. It's the LCAD that we're not gonna have the room for. This is not gonna work out. It's just not. Okay. So if I dock here, there we go, 1 and 4. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh, I didn't repaint that fourth car when I put it on. I'll have to do that when we get out. Okay, and now I don't. Yeah, actually I do. I know the next. Well, no, actually I don't know what station's our next one. Rubber, plastic. Yeah, I can't tell. They're all in line. So that's the first station. That's the next station. So it's got to be this. Oh wait. What? In the actual hell, this should have 4 stations. That's 1. What's my horn? Where's my horn? I want my horn. I don't remember. Is it? Oh, hang on. I'm trying to remember my. I gotta find my train horn. That's gonna drive me nuts. Options, controls, keybinds, menus, build, player movement, equipment, player, Hyper 2, photo mode, trains, duck, honk. Left mouse button. Thank you. Okay. I heard a different whistle in there. I don't know if you heard it. I heard it. Okay, we don't need this one. Oh, I see what I did. I don't. Yeah, alright. I hate it when I outsmart myself. That's just... Come on. Gosh darn it. Dumb bunny. These switches are not working for me today. Jeez Louise. Because I need this one. Because this should... Yeah, this has got my L. No power. Train collision. What? What? Uh-uh. That was dumb. What? Why? What is going on? Seriously? What is the problem here? What is causing me to derail? This? I mean, I drove it over that. Is there a bad switch? No. Switch goes to there. Then switch goes to there. No problem on. What the heck is the deal? I am like super confused, man. I've never had this happen. The train literally just breaks. What the heck? And I'm in the train station and I don't want to lose all those parts. So I can't like... And if I empty this one, I lose all those parts. I don't want to do that either. What the heck? I don't know, man. I'm super confused. Let's try... Giving it a push-pull. And seeing if we can't figure out what's going on over here. Oh. I see the Z fighting in there. There's a piece of rail in there. Shoot. there. Okay. I see it now. I must have been building too fast and missed it. So sometimes when I'm building, I'll put spurs out to match corners up to, and I must have left my little corner piece in here, and it's causing an issue now, right? Now it's going to be tough to get. I had it selected here somehow. There, that's it. That piece of rail right there was causing me to derail. Guarantee it. Yep, that was it. Oh, mystery solved. We don't need to hit the first station, so... Come on, switch. Gosh, these switches are pissing me off. No, oh, I'm full, aren't I? Yeah, we're not getting that piece. Oh, bother. Alright, so... what I want to do right here is I'm going to make sure that was the first station, that was the second station, that's that. We need to then go to our HS cooling system heat sink, and then we gotta unload everything. Oops, unload. We're gonna unload this. We're gonna unload our copper sheeting. Copper sheet. And we're gonna unload our rubber. And we're gonna unload our nitrogen. Nitrogen. Save it. Save it again. Turn it on. Yeah, we're all backed up over here at the computer's factory. Or, no. Where is that? That's our aluminum. So, we're gonna ride along on the train here. And get back out there. I may look and see where the LCAD sheet is on the aluminum station. Maybe we'll pick up pieces there instead of the depot, because they're both in the same slot. And this is always the problem when you're building stuff out trying to pull parts with a single train. Now, I could make a second train that only picks up the sheeting, and then let this train do the rubber and nitrogen gas, and then I could have the other train, like, deliver the completed parts to whatever warehouse we end up going to. I don't know where it's going. Oh, it's going out to nitrogen gas. Okay, I guess we're going out there first. Well, it's going to get jammed up in that intersection anyways. We got to figure out what's going on with those signals and why it hates the way I got them laid out. Doesn't make any sense. So much for an easy build. Yeesh. We haven't even done the factory yet. Just had to start at one. Then we're like, oh, I can't get the parts here easy. So we moved it. And now the rest of the time it's been trying to get the parts there. Parts is parts. But this is typical endgame stuff. I mean, you're generally making new factories and trying to figure out, okay, how much am I going to build on site? How much am I going to port in? Is this really as close as I'm going to get? Ugh, yuck. Alright, fine. Yep. Already backed up here. Okay, boys. Let's see what's going on. Okay. This signal is really unhappy because it loops on itself. How are you looping on yourself? Because you come in here, right? Block signal there. You don't have a block signal. You got one right there. Okay. Block signal there, that's good. And then you got this one here, which you can't go on. This one, but why is that one all goofy? That doesn't make any sense. How is that looping on itself? This one probably doesn't need to be here. Oh, look at you. You were the issue the whole time. We're gonna have a collision. Oh. Oh. You lucked out, mister. Wait, what? What? You glitchy train? Oh, while I'm here, please tell me sheets are in this one. Oh, you're docking. Just come on, come on, come on, come on. Pokey, pokey, pokey. I can't look in the train either. Could look at the belts. Yeah, I think you are in 3. You are. All right, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch this up. Instead of this one, we're gonna go to aluminum, 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 pick up, and we're gonna get load, clad, unload, none, save. We're going to do that before we get the nitrogen gas. Save that change. Turn on self-driving. Excellent. You're a sweetheart. Oh, whoa, sorry, that was right in the mic. Had a little tickle. Let me... You didn't stop. Why didn't you stop? Oh, no, we're not going to have any aluminum. I'm getting whiny. I'm getting whiny. Alright, we're going to let this run. I'm going to go grab myself my water so that I don't cough into the mic again. I'll be right back. Alright, that's better. I see I didn't miss anything while I was gone. Still not even back past the quartz factory yet. Where are we going next? We are going... Oh, we're going to our new station. Why? Yeah. Alright, we're going to let this drop this off, but I'm going to change this timetable around. I want to hit the aluminum, the nitrogen gas, the port, and then the station. Because we're going to drive right past where we need to go in order to turn around. Oh, no we don't. I forgot, there's a short loop here. We'll hit the short loop here. Man, 2 hours already? Good grief. Oh, well, no, that's not true. I signed in. I signed in while I was eating it because I was way out of place. I was way out in the dune desert at the very top of the map, doing the signaling, and I was trying to fly my way back so that I wasn't so far out for the episode. Okay, now let's make sure, hopefully we unload all 3 cars. Oh, we got to get rid of our pull engine too, or our second engine off the back. No need to have that. Great, pulled all 3. That's a beautiful thing. So, yeah, so I gotta quit saying so. Okay, we're here. From here, we want to go to here, and then to here, then to there. Save those changes. Yeah, I got confused there for a second. It's like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't want to go with you. Sorry. I'm going to trust that that's going to work this time. We have parts to build. We have rubber there. We do need this 3rd station now to be a freight station, because we are going to be getting our aluminum into here instead. So we're going to unload that there. That's the part we don't have yet, and that's the part we need for this. Great. That means that we can come out here. Let's go ahead and really only need 1 platform for logistics, and then we'll put in our assembly factory, blueprints, assembler, left. Why are you not lining up right? I don't know. I guess we're going to nudge that into place because it's being weird. Nudge, 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 nudge. I think that's right. Okay. That gets us that. And we're going to push out this one to there. Grab this one to here. We need power. More power. Yep. Got that. That. Wire this in. This can get wired up to the station. Like that. And we're good. Oh, we gotta set our things to heat sinks. Thank you very much. That's gonna start loading those in. Copy that over to those 2. Those will easily load in. We are going to update these belts. There. then the lifts here, here, and here. Back to belts here, 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 and here. Okay. Great, that's our assembler factory. Now, we don't have a blender factory yet, so we're just going to build this out square for the rest of this. Just like a dot. And see how far we have to go. Now, we want the feed. We got 4 different things that we have to feed in here. Ugh. Blenders. Okay. So, if this is going to be our wall, then, and these take up just over 2. We're going to give them 3. That'll give us clearance for the wall. So we're going to center it on 3. How are we looking front to back? So front to back, it takes up just 2, it looks like. So if I bump that up to the edge, we're good. So we need a 4x3 for each one. We'll do 2. I'm going to nudge him over to the center line, and that'll be a 6-plate factory. Oh, you nincompoop. Alright, we'll try that again. And I had it right where I wanted it to. Oh, I hate that. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 on the inside there. Like that. Next one comes right there. So we'll do 2 of those. If we can feed this with enough parts to run 2 of these, I will be impressed. Cooling systems aren't that bad. 1 cooling system there, 1 cooling system here. Okay, so our solid parts are going to be the heat sink and the rubber. So rubber's coming in from here, and then we're going to pipe that in. We're going to need some walls. Let's put some walls in so we know what we're doing. Got our 1 space for logistics there. So this will be our other wall, and then this will be our back wall here, like that. Where's our power on these? Power is there, so we will run power on this front, and then looks like we need to go 4 high for blenders. Yep, 4 high. Grab our floors. No clippies. Yeah, that works out good. Excellent. Alright, and then we run the power from this. Wait, where's the... Oh, right there. Okay. Center plate there. Here, center plate. Here. And then we're gonna go... turkeys. Grab one of those, put that there. Go back to here. Connect those up. Okay, that's that power. Now we're going to run this power over to here, and we're going to actually get rid of this power. And we're going to run this power back to the station, so it's not clipping through as many things. Then, right, we need, we're running 2 fluids in here. Wow, this is going to be messed up. Alright, we're going to have to do some craziness on this. Hopefully we can get this all to fit. 4. I think we're gonna run water. Where is our water coming from? Are we gonna pump water from over there? From right there? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do water from underneath. So that will be easy. Let's just do those. Oh, look at that, our parts are in. Excellent. Okay. Oh, while we're here, oh, am I gonna get it in time? That one. Ha ha ha! I get that one. Hee hee. I got it. I got our train colored and painted before it left. I even got our little extra engine on the back. I might just leave it on there. Looks kind of cool. It's not necessary. It's just dragging it around, but I could make it a pusher. Flip it around. So floor holes for pipe. Floor holes for pipe is logistics. Pipe floor hole. So we'll go. Do I want to go? Can I do right there? Is that going to work? No, that's what I thought. What if I change the? If I do noodle, it will go. Okay, that's fine. We'll keep it. We'll keep it nice and tight like that then. Come on. Ah, it's the foundation. Fine. Alright, so this... Did we have it right in the corner? Oh, we had it right, yeah, right on the plate edge. There. Oh, we only need to do 2 of those. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Okay, good. Yeah, that looks cool. I like that. Then for this one, we're coming in from the top. I want to figure out our lift situation first. I think what I want to do, I'm going to do this like a manufacturer. I'm going to do 1 there, and then bring this up 2 clicks. 2, like that. Yeah. Then I can use these like I would my conveyors. Not using conveyors though. So I will center that pipe junction in the plate like that. And I will do my wall hole in the middle, right, cha, like that. Then we'll bring this in, like so, connect it up, like that, like that. Oh, that looks nice. That's very nice. Then splitters here and here, here and here. And we could do this 1 of 2 ways. And I think what we're gonna do, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna actually do a 2-hole wall like this. Yeah. Right, yeah. And then we'll bring 1 belt into the bottom line and 1 belt up to the upper line, like that. Then all we do is straight connect to the next splitter, like so. Excellent. Got it like it. Sorry, that sounded creepy. That's a little creepy. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and change this to straight and connect out of this one and staying straight out of that one. And then I'm going to grab my plumbing. I'm going to turn it back to horizontal vertical will work good for that. Actually, it really doesn't matter what one I pick. It's a very slight angle, but that is nitrogen. Okay, we should be actually feeding all of our parts in already. Why do I not have parts coming in? Oh shoot, That's not the right thing. Sorry. This one comes in from here to here to there to this to that to another. This one has to be a default because it's tight like that. That, my friends, fills up 3 of the 4 slots. Now we just need the water, and we will have pure and utter bliss. Ooh, production, water extractor. Bum, 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 bum. Ta-da! And power, 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 Power Ranger. I don't have a power line along this rail. Okay. That's fine. We'll just make one. Treasure. I got the power. Alright. Then we gotta pipe this in. This one, hey, luckily we're going downhill. How about that? Come on. Let's go where I put you. And... Huh. That's funny. Look at that drop. I wonder if I shouldn't go underneath. Yeah, we're still gonna go underneath. Alright. So let's drop underneath because we've got to do some work under here. We are gonna do this to this. And we're gonna throw in a single. Oh, come on. Come on. There. And then we just gotta connect Yas to Yas. Pipe is too long. There's a joke there somewhere that I'm not gonna say. But you know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying. Auto. Auto? Boom. Boom. We've got water. With a natural drop, that is going to flow nicely. Thank you very much. We should have no backflow issues. It's kind of aqueducting. Aqueducting. Why am I not getting water in here? There it goes. Took you long enough. And our train is back with more goodies. Goody, goody, goody. Huh. You know, that's a crazy thought. Oh, that would be so messy. I just had the thought, I'm like, you know, I could create station variants by like rotating it and then building it over top so that the train would pull into the station above and be able to pull items in a different order. But that's just silly. That's just silly. So silly. Alright, let's get our output set. And we're done with this factory. Oh, right. This is just outputting the one item, right? Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Merger there. Let's push this back towards the station, I guess. And let's replace this wall. with a conveyor wall. Ba, 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 da, ba. There we go. There we go. It's so good. Bam. Wham bam. Alright, and then we'll bring this out. One more. Put in some storage. 3, boom, boom, boom. Excellent. Cooling systems are now being produced. We need 200 of those. And you know what? I didn't like that. Let's go straight. There we go. Just being silly. Just being silly. Yeah. So these are doing 6 per minute. I've got 2 of them going, 12 per minute. And it's going to take, what? 9 minutes is, what, 108? Something like that. 84, 96, 108, yeah. So, 9 minutes. So about 20 minutes or so. Because most likely we're going to run out of parts because we're only getting a little bit of alclad sheeting in each time. So these are not going to run green the whole time. So we're not going to have enough heat sinks, I don't think, for what we need. Maybe we will. I mean, we're stacked up actually. 2 to 1. 25, 50. Maybe. I'm not worried about the other ones. We've got plenty of those. It's just the alclad. I mean, I could always dump alclad in here, I guess, and max these things out a little bit. Yeah, why wouldn't I do that, right? Go. Do that. I can always put more in the... We should have this being auto-filled in here now. Yeah, we've got 800 in here. I'll just grab one more stack and throw another stack in here. Bam. There it is. That's how it's done. Get her done. That should give us enough to keep that going long enough for the train to come around. Oh, but we're not gonna really fill up on that. So 50, that's a 10. Ugh. Uses those kind of fast. Oh, let's build a little bit. Let's just try and make it pretty. Pretty. I do believe I need those cooling systems for the turbo motors. Let's see. What do we need for turbo motors? Turbo. I'm Turbo Man. Look out, Turbo Man. We need RCUs. Yuck. RCUs. Oh man. I don't think we're making those anywhere. Crystal oscillators. Casings and computers. Well, I got the computers being made. Yeah, so that's going to be more infrastructure that we got to put in, because those computers aren't being picked up by anything yet, or dumped anywhere. So we're going to have to pick those up right from the factory, which I don't hate right now. I hate it later. Or we could build another depot somewhere out in the wild. Do I have a one station depot that we need? Maybe I'll do a single station one. I can build those quick. Let's see. Checking the list. I make so many notes for this game. I think I have more notes for this game than any other game I've played. I've got like, rail schematics and part trees and all kinds of stuff, and I have like giant part lists where I've listed out every part in the game and trying to figure out like train logistics. Well, that's my old one. Because you could go by tier, you could go by category based on, what they have on the calculator. You can just roll your own and just, as you make them, it's like, this is just going here. You could try and organize them by what makes sense, you know. Um, yeah, there's lots of different ways to do it. I mean, the the method I'm using for the server here is my mind just went completely blank. Uh, Satisfactory calculator has all the parts sorted into like categories. So I'm based it on those categories with just one change that I see. I think I made another one. No, I kept that there. The only one I changed is I moved the fixed site trigon from standard parts where it had it to quantum technology. That was the only change that I have on my sheet, and that was just to make the numbers balance because I counted wrong when I designed it. I designed the standard parts is the biggest category and it has 16. Um, and when I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, it's actually 17 because I missed copper sheet when I went through and wrote my list out. So it was 17. So I swapped the copper sheet in for the fixed site trigon. Um, the other thing that probably would have made even more sense would have been to do it by base, well, tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3s based on the components that they need. So that all of like your copper parts would be in one depot. All of your iron parts would be in one depot. All of your quartz parts would be in one depot, and so on and so forth. And then, if there isn't a tier 1 part for it, it then just becomes, and then I guess you would do like an ore warehouse for those things that um, don't have a tier 1. Yeah, I think that makes sense actually. Oh, I might have to go through and try and list that out and see what that looks like. Because then what you can do is you can put factories on a node for those tier 1 parts to basically overload those tier 1 parts so that you can spread them out to make tier 2, 3, 4, and so on. Because I think, let's see, the worst thing to make in the game is the ballistic warp drive, right? Um, and that has several tiers to it. But I think it's just 4 or 5. I think turbo motor is the worst one. Oh, and the FMF. FMF has a few tiers to it. The fused modular frame, aka FMF. Because the other ones are the tiered parts, or well, and that's the thing too. If you start off with a smart plate factory, you're going to have the smart plate, so you don't have to go all the way back to tier 1 for that. Same thing with the nuclear pasta. Same thing with the modular engine. The modular engine is going to use smart plate plus a couple, motor and rubber motors tier. If I go by the same one, that's 1, 2, 3. Motor is a tier 3 part. Um, Rubber is a tier 1. Yeah, I may have to rethink this because that way you can spread out a bunch of factories, and then you're just pulling them back in based on resource. I'm gonna have to. Now I gotta rewrite my list again. That may change my logistics play for a map completely, because then it will be node based. So anywhere that we see a node, we just pop up a factory. Like I've got iron here. This would be an iron parts factory, and overload those. More iron over there. More iron parts factories. Copper parts factory. And that's what we all tier one factories. I'm gonna let my dog out, and we're gonna see how far we are in here. We'll finish doing some design on this factory, and then we'll talk more about tiered parts and see where this would actually fit. Be right back. Okay, so if we look at our parts, iron plate, tier 1, right? It takes an iron ingot, you get a plate. Wire, rod, cable. Cable technically is a tier 2 part, because it takes wire from there. This is such a basic, but like we're not going to ship wire to a cable factory. Although, I mean, you think about that. It might not be a bad idea. But generally, you just do this on a node because it's just constructor to constructor. It's fairly simple build out. Um, so, I mean, some common sense there. But we could warehouse it in tier 2 parts. But building a factory for that's pretty easy. Actually, tier 2s are generally pretty easy. Well, screws is the tier 2 part because we got to go from rods to screws. So this would be tier 3 based on that, on what I'm calling tiered parts. Let me, let me, I'm saying these are tiered parts. Let me just verify this really quick because I'm not 100% sure. So let me check my the wiki woo. Let's see, tier 0. Oh, I see. So they go tier 0. Oh, what? Huh. I have no idea how they're figuring out that those are tier 0. Tier 2. Oh, they don't have a tier 1. What? Hang on. Oh, these are based on milestones. I see. So they go 0 to 9. Oh, well, that might not be a bad strategy. What are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at tier 0. Nothing at tier 1. So you could split those between the two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 and 5. But biomass leaves, you really don't need a station for those. And iron ingots, you don't either. So you could go 4 and 4. Make that 8. So iron plate, iron rod, copper ingot, we don't need. 1, 2, wire 3, cable 4, concrete 5, screw 6, reinforced plate 7. So you got 7. You could do that in a single station if you wanted to. Then tier 2, you've got 1, 2, 3. Smart plate is in there at 4. Solid biofuel at 5. So really you could go 3. Because unless you want to do smart plating logistically, generally I would say wherever you're building smart plating, you're just going to extend that for your ballistic warp drive. I think that's the right part. Because I think it goes smart plating to modular engine. Yeah, smart plate to modular engine, thermal propulsion rocket to ballistic warp drive. So that's three basically in your first milestone factory. So 3 parts there. Tier 3, you're another 3. Actually, 2. You're only 2 at tier 3. Now that's interesting. Tier 5 is a lot. Plastic, rubber, polymer, resin, petroleum coke, circuit boards, fuel, packaged fuel, heavy oil residue, packaged heavy oil residue, liquid biofuel, nobody makes that. And then empty canisters, which you might end up making if you wanted to package stuff up. Um, I just prefer using a tanker car for that. So that's interesting. So basically, they're calling the tiers based on that, and the higher tiers are a little bit more messy because like tier 9, you're getting all of your SAM type stuff in there. Um, plus and then tier 8 where we're at right now, you're getting all your uranium type things, your plutonium and stuff like that. So if you're moving that stuff around, that's a huge amount of stations. Tier 7 is a lot because that's where you're adding in your aluminum. Tier 6 is not, and then tier 5 is where you add all the oil stuff, ends up being a little bit bigger. Um, tier 6 is nothing. And then the lower tiers are nothing. So not necessarily. You might go by what could we so if we don't call that tiers, with the organization I was thinking, we called that steps, process steps. The number of steps that it takes to produce something. So for screws, we're going from rods, so it's a two-step. This is a two-step part, right? From ingot, you go to rods, from rods to screws, that's 2 steps. And so your two-step parts could be in one warehouse. The concrete would be a one-step part. Screws. And then rips then would be reinforced iron plate rips would be a 3-step part because you've got the screws that are 2-step plus one more is 3, right? So you go with the deepest one. Obviously, plates is just a 1-step part, but you have a 2-step part in front of it. So you'd have to go to the 1-step depot for the plate and the 2-step depot for the screws to make the 3-step part. You see kind of what my thinking is now on that. And then for concrete, it's just a 1-step part. What else do we have? Let's go down and see. So we were looking at what we need for turbo motors. So turbo motors then would be using that logic. Okay. Rubber, that's a 1-step part. Comes right from oil. Motors are several parts. RCUs, several parts. And then our cooling system, that's 1 step, 1 step. Actually, two raw resources, a 1-step part. And then the cooling system, I think, that we just made, or the heat sink that we just made, that's a 1-step, and that is a 1-step. Oh, kinda. It's kind of a 1-step part. So this is actually a 2-step part. So our cooling system is a 3-step part. So that's not that bad. So right now our turbo motor would be a 4-step, but then if we look at the RCU, This is where things get complex. This is a one step. This is technically a four step because the rip is a three step part. So we're going to go four steps to get to a crystal oscillator. And this is computers I think are a three step part. No. Well, it depends on, no, not really. It doesn't. That's a one step and a one step. So it's a two step part. This is a two step part. This is a one step part. So this is a three step part as well. So that's a three step part. Three step. We said this was a four step. So we're at 5 steps to the RCU. So that makes this a 6-step part. Because I don't think motors are more than that. I think motors are going to be that's a 1 step, 1 step. So we're at 2 steps right now. That's a 2-step, 3-step part. So this is a 4-step part as well. If that's a 4-step part, I think we said, what did we say the RCU was? 5-step. So this is 6-step part, something like that. It's really high up there. It gets confusing. I'd have to write it all down. But this is one of the more expensive ones. Let's take a look at the fuse modular frame, because this one's kind of awful too. And it's not so much the nitrogen gas for these. These are both, raw resource in a one-step part. But if this, here we look at this, we're at 2-step, 2-step, and 1-step. But this one is a 4-step part. So this is a 5-step part, which makes the fuse modular frame another 6-step part. And that's why they're a bottleneck part. So those are difficult. But then you get even worse when you go to we don't even have it unlocked yet. If you looked at nuclear pasta, yeah, we don't have nuclear pasta unlocked yet. But when you look at nuclear pasta, oh yeah, because that's what we're working on now. We got to get turbo motors built. Turbo motors. I think I was close there. I think that was almost a Trump impersonation with turbo motors. Sorry, I derailed myself completely. Turbo motors are needed in order to get the nuclear pasta. Once we unlock the nuclear pasta, I think that's a step above, because we're going to be using fuse modular frames for the containment to make that. I think that ends up being a 7 or 8 tier part, or step part. Not tier, but step. Oh, that being said, where are we at? How many of these did we make while I was monologuing? Almost enough. Alright, let's go turn these in. Let's see how close we are. Because we gotta start thinking about making RCUs. Trying to get this tier done. Start making those phase parts so that we can get to phase 5. Let's take out a fart block while we're here. Take you out. Almost missed. Let's take one more out because I feel bad that I missed so badly on that one. Oh yeah, right on it. There we go. Ooh, got a tree too. this. I just like blowing things up because it's fun to do. Ooh, blow it up. Okay. Hub's over here. Doobie doobie doo. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh, so close yet so far away. All right, fuse or heavy module frames. I know we have in our depot. Why did I say that? Because if we look at turbo motors, we just built these. We know we're building these. We don't have a place where we're storing these yet, so we'll have to figure out where we're going to pick those up from. We're going to pick them up from here, so we'll have to get those over to the train station. And, oh shoot, you know, that's just stinkowitz. If I push those over to this station, they're going to end up getting clogged up in here. Maybe, maybe not. Nah, we got room. We'll be okay. Why aren't those other pieces being picked up? What do you got in your car? Which train are you? Quickwire. Quickwire? Why is... What? Oh, electronics. It's my electronics car, train. Got it. Got it. Yeah, so why aren't... Huh. I thought I had that syncing up. Steel, these are all... Well, these are electronics ones. Oh, but these probably just fed in since it restocked. There's a heavy module frame there. Alright, it's just taking a long time. We're just producing faster than we're picking up. I think so. Maybe. It could be that the train car is always full by the time it gets here. But, needless to say, what was my thought? Oh, if I push motors into there, I'm just going to make sure that they don't get picked up by the wrong train. What station is motors? I think that's industrial parts. Rotor, stator, battery, motor, heat sinks, cooling systems, and turbo motors. Well, how about that? How about that? 2 of those 7 things, we're building another one. 3 of those things we're building here. Batteries. We're building batteries somewhere. I think we're building it out at Europort. We can pick them up out there if we wanted to. I don't really see a need for batteries. They're not a component to another part. I don't believe. If I look up battery... Yeah, it's not used anywhere. So batteries are kind of useless except for powering drones. And now that they use fuel, batteries are kind of useless. Okay, I think we're going to build a little depot. So there's going to be 2 station depot similar to this. That's not little. Yikes. Let me see how many squares this is. Kind of workbench out in the middle of nowhere. That's funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, Well, I can tell 3, 10, 6, or 5. It's 5. So 13 and 5 is 18. Plus 10 is 28. Plus 3 minimum. 20. That's 31. So we need at least 31 for the warehouse. And how wide is it? How wide must we go? This is weird because I loop back. But generally that's 5, 10, 15. 15 by 31. Okay, that is not a small space, but I think, oh, I want it out here by that. Oh, stop already. You know, I see all this factory stuff. I think I should just be able to fly towards it, and I forget that we still have dead zones. This why do I always forget the name of this? Grass fields area is, it's really big. Because we're still just in the south part of it. I mean, it goes all the way to that cliff edge over there. And generally, when I do my rail, I go right down through this cut in the middle up to the tunnel. I've never really gone up this side for a build. I usually always go towards the crater because that's where the tunnel is. Okay, so if we want to send our output parts this way, oh, this is actually a really big area. This might be perfect. I gotta get out 15 though. Well, that's 10. That's 15. Jeez Louise, this is a big area. That's 11. That's 21. Oh, can I squeeze 10 more in? Don't think I'm going to. What? What? Oh, the problem is I'm going to be into the hill, though. Yeah, it's not quite. Stupid fart blocks. You know what? I got a present for you. Oomba. I didn't get both of them. Oh yeah, you're way over there. Did it. Yeah. Can't really fit it there. Have to go up a little bit. If I come off this way and out. Oh, maybe come off of here. I'm gonna need to come off more than that though, cause oh, is that gonna be enough clearance? Oh, I don't know. It might be. I need a train to come by so I can see. It won't collide into it because there's no collisions on the trains. But if it looks like it'll go underneath, let's see, driving on the left-hand side. So that'll be coming back this way. So if I come back here to watch, let's see. Here it comes. No, it clips through the top. Almost though. Almost. That's an interesting idea though. I don't know how many I came out. Because I could lift it a little bit. But what would that look like for entering though? That would be a weird entrance. Alright. I know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to grab this one. That's 11, 21, 31. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that would be really weird. But if I bring this out this way until I clear the left-hand side, which would be, I'll give it one more, like here. If I use that corner as my starting point, possibly we can make that work. Yeah, this is, I know, this has been a bit of a long stream today. I may build this, I may get this set and then I'll build it out. So that it'll be ready for y'all to see. Consider it like a time lapse. Just build it offline. And then I'll show it to you when we come back next week. It'll give me something to do. I'm not doing anything else. Let's see where that puts us this way. This is going to be like the giant depot in the sky, the way this is set up. So that's my 15. Oh, that's not 15, is it? Was that 15? No, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Just... And I really don't need this corner that much. Oh, I've still got room. I'm good. I'm good. We're good. If you can't build out, you build over. 11, 21. We're going to blast some fart rocks out of our way so that we don't die. It's a beautiful thing. And it'll boom boom in the morning. That should have been 21. This would be 31. I think that's right. That looks right to me. So then we're going to go 14 out this way. So 10. It's basically 11 plus 4 will give us our 15. Like so. I like doing that kind of leap of faith thing. That's kind of fun. Running out over the empty space that's between my ears. I think I went too big, or I just overlapped these two. I just overlapped those two. Okay. Groovy. That is our depot. Man, these depots are huge. Huge, I tell you. Okay. Well, that's going to be where it's at. Wow. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this is why I built out over the water before. That's going to look pretty cool, though, especially if I put some structural um, stuff underneath. That'll look pretty neat. Maybe I'll do something like, let's see, where's my foundations? Seriously, come on, guys. Unlock some stuff, will ya? We've got all these coupons, and they don't spend any of them. I think they're playing more for end game than style points. They've been like building out power structures, so you can see we've got like a new coal plant here. We just redid. This is their big new copper factory out there that's building out all the copper parts. As you can see, it's wow. That's a massive load balancer. Oh, I love this. This is a perfect example of load balancing, right? So each one of these comes in. He's just splitting it once here, and then down into thirds for inputs on the lines. So the ones I've been using are sushi belts. So it generally will fill up the first one before it fills up the next one. It'll slowly fill two more, because it'll kind of round robin your splitters. So parts will trickle into later slots, but for the most part, you're filling up the first one all the way to max before the second one fills up to max, and so on. And so you basically have like a soak time of getting all the machines online with parts. With a load balance system like this, you are always feeding all your machines parts. So you see different lines will advance as different machines um, put parts in. So this is really it's a highly efficient. It takes up more room, takes up a little bit more brain space to think about, because you've got to balance out all your machines. But each one of these is going to be full of ore very quickly. And then these are all being merged down and sent out for different processes. So this one's going out this way, this one's going out that way. Then we should be doing wire and copper sheet on the second floor. How do I get to the second floor? Oh, you guys. You guys. You guys. There's no door on the second floor. So I don't know what we're doing. But you can see we've got wire, we've got cable, we've got copper sheeting, all being produced out of this factory somehow. This must be cable up here. Yes, cable up top. The next floor down is gonna be, let's see, cable from the top, wire from the second floor, and sheet from the floor below that. Actually, this is, first floor is smelting, second floor is copper sheeting, third floor copper wire, and then fourth floor cable. Oh, here's my entrance here. Let's take a look and see what they did. They probably did not. Let's see if they load balanced on the second floor, or if they sushi belted. Sushi belted. So this is a sushi belt system, right? So you see all the parts come in from one end, and they split into each machine as they go. So if the first one's hungry, he grabs the first part. If in But the way the splitters work is they work round robin. So it'll send a part each way. So your first two belts will get there, but then it splits it again off of that. So you go from basically 50% to 25% to 12.5% and split it again and again and again and again and again and again. So you almost never get a part down here. And you can see these ones on the end here are empty belts at this point. So they get one every once in a while, but they're not full. And that's because we're not producing enough ingots to fill them up. This is a full one. So why is this one empty? That doesn't make any sense. Why is this one full? Because this one, oh, is a full container. So that one's sitting idle because it's not opening. This one's not connected to this merger. That's a boo-boo. That's a boo-boo. Huh. Well, that's weird. That's an empty belt. Oh, I see. Something's goofy here. There it goes. That belt wasn't going all the way through. So now we're maxed out on that. That's the way that should have been working. But now that this container's full, this is still not going to be flowing. But now you can see we're using up those copper ingots, and it's not going to be full because we are burning off more than we could feed up to this point. So for us to fill this up completely, we'd have to look at the numbers and then balance it. But because those ingots are being split between the other floors, that's going to be difficult. Is that the only problem I see? That does look to be like the only problem. Okay. So that's not bad. And then you can see we're getting copper wire into our depot there as well, our dimensional depot as well. We just can't hit the other floors right now because they didn't think about, doing that correctly. Being mean. It's actually a pretty cool factory. So it is your basic block orange factory, but and it's producing lots and lots of stuff for us. And we're still not even tapping those nodes completely. Because I believe these are pure nodes, and for pure nodes you need something like 48 smelters on a fully flexed out. Well, this is only an MK2. It's at 150 per minute, and this is not going to tell me. It's telling me that, but it's not telling me what the node is. Impure. Oh, that's an impure node. Impure node. I'm surprised. I'm surprised we're not maxing that out. That means we just don't have enough smelters on it. So we could definitely bump this, but because of the way it's built, it can't be expanded. Yes, so not a modular factory, which is against what I said, but that's okay. We'll split it off and we'll do it right when we need stuff. Right now we're making it looks like we're probably strapped for cable. We're gonna get more strapped for cable. Is that a cave? No, it looked like a cave. Wow, squirreled on that one. Okay, we're back. And we probably have all of our cooling systems done. I forgot what I was coming over here for. Bolted frame. Hmm. Coated iron plate. But why? Oh, 75 per minute. That might be why. Ooh, both of these are limiters. I kind of want both. I'm not going to worry about this one because it's cheaper to produce than these. So I am going to go with the bolted frame. And then we're going to start scanning another one because we have a ton of hard drives. Well, not a ton. We have a handful that need to be grabbed. I'm going to leave them separated because I think I'm the only one that looks in there. Okay, that one's being scanned. Okay, sure. That's great. Oh, that's the other thing I'm supposed to do too, is I'm going to rework the aluminum factory to because we finally unlocked the pure aluminum ingots um, recipe, which is the one I was looking for. So I'm going to redesign our aluminum factory to take advantage of that, so we can produce a lot more aluminum easier on that and expand that. Although, you know, with what we're doing right now, we're not using up our resources, so we are definitely flush on parts because we keep re re rebuilding stuff instead of building forward. So I'm gonna get them moving in the right direction and take take a quick look at where we're at with our tiers and milestones. And that's not the right machine. So if we look at our milestones, this is our last one to unlock uh, before we get into the next phase. So once we have that, we will start building out these our phase 4 parts, which are going to be massive factories that are going to need some logistics, and I think I'm going to build one of them in the north. I want to do the ballistics warp drive factory, so which will be our what is it called, the rocket propulsion something propulsion rocket thingy. What is it called? Propul Thermal propulsion rocket. So I'm gonna do this factory, um, and get that rolling. Well, we already know two of those two of those parts are coming from the factory. No, one of those parts is coming from the factory we just built. We're going to build out that turbo motor factory in the next one, and then we need to do the. We already have the modular engines being built here. We're going to redo that factory to get more throughput, and then we'll do the fuse module frames, which is going to be actually a pretty small factory because we're doing heavy modular frames elsewhere. So that'll be next time. We'll see how far I can get in getting prepped for that for next week. Until then, I am Senior Honcho. Thanks for watching, following, doing all your clicky clicky things on your end. I appreciate you for it.